someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Blow the smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself, I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
All right, welcome everybody. Today is Wednesday, and here we are with the lunch therapy. So great to be here. I can't wait today because we have a guest, a comedian from New York City, if you can believe it, Micaela Fagan. She works at the American Stand-Up Comedy Institute, and she's a hilarious comedian. We're going to watch some of her comedy, and we're just going to chat about some stuff. Jose is here. Great to see you, Jose. Hoy from a very cold England. Mark Strignell, musician, incredible musician out there in England. He's doing a lot of stuff on his YouTube channel right now, so check it out. He's got a great song about Santa Claus on there right now for the holidays, and he's just rocking. He's rocking. So go in there and check his YouTube channel out. Get some subscribers. Hoy. Todd Lee is here. Hi, everybody. So we're going to breathe here, and then we're going to get on with the show and meet Micaela. I think you're going to find her really cool. Here we go. In through the nose, out through the toes. Oh, I didn't even do the intro yet. Hold on. Let's get in here. I'm going to get myself a modem. 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 I'm Hey everybody, now we're talking. Now we're actually in the show. It looks like I'm in Seattle. I'm not. It looks like it's night. I'm not, but that's the magic of the internet. Mark wants to know the song playing during the intro. Who is it? Now, is that the Hey Guy Fly song, or is it the song that was just playing there? I don't know. Maybe Mark can tell me. Ganel, let the breath out, please. Don't die. We don't want to lose anybody here. We don't want to lose anybody here on this show. And that's why we're breathing. Because breathing is life. Life is breath. Hey Guy Fly. Hey Guy Fly is my song. Hey Guy Fly is a saying that my friend Tracy Thompson used to say when I was a tiny, tiny little boy. No one knows what it means. It was sort of like a greeting like hoy. And he would say, hey Guy Fly, how's your eye? And I don't know why that is. And then, of course, it says, I'm going to get myself a modem, which is, pretty self-explanatory there. Yes, so I made the song one time. I have a little looping pedal, and I just started going, hey, Guy Fly, how's your eye? And I looped it a bunch of times. And some people have said it sounds African, and I think it does. I think it sounds a little like, a little bit like the Lion King, I guess. Seatown. Yep, Seatown. Seattle, Washington, they like to call it. Up there in Seattle. No one calls it that. All right, so in through the nose, out through the toes. Here we go. First breath. Hold it. Let it go. Micaela is in the green room now, doing her breathing as well. I'm going to bring her on in a very dramatic fashion very soon here. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. I did want to say that I am hosting a huge daytime awards event tomorrow, and if any of you hummingbirds want to come over there and chime in, I don't know, pad the audience for me with my loving devoted fans, that would be great. I'm going to put a link on my website. It's at 11:30 Pacific time. It is the HDI Service and Support Awards, and I think these people, who are doing help desk support or computer support, they have been, running hot all year. And so they deserve an award. I think they deserve an award. And I say that because I'm one as well. That's my day job, right? The one rule of comedy, always have a day job. All right, in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Yes, those help desk people are like the front line to the front line, right? Like the people are there like trying to figure out how to cure the virus, and they're like, oh man, if we just do one more gene folding here. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't work. Could I get some help here? Is there a help desk person I can get? I'm telling you. Is Micaela, I always say, is Micaela a funny comedian? Micaela's hilarious. Thank you very much, Ganel. And you're going to see it here on the show because I'm going to play some of her stand-up with a live audience. You all, and also people laughing in the club. I'm going to do one more breath. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Micaela Fagan. Yes!
Hi.
There she is! So good to see you!
So good to see you too. I have to start by saying the keying on your green screen is impeccable.
Isn't
it's
it
amazing.
nice? I'm still working
Such
on it
a-
though. I've got a lot of work to do because sometimes in certain light it starts to get all fuzzy or I get like a weird halo around myself. I got some lights. I'm going to try and light it too. Cuz right now, you know, green screen, it's an ongoing thing. It's like plants. You have to tend to it. You definitely have to tend to it. This is the
you gotta have a clean phone.
Trash Panda Comedy Club. It's a virtual comedy club.
Trash Panda, adorable. A raccoon. You like raccoons?
Oh, I love raccoons. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, Mark says, "Hi, Micaela."
Hoi.
Hoi.
Hoi, Mark.
So hoi is the way we say hi on the show. No explanation.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because he was from England.
Oh, cheerio. Cheerio.
Hoi.
Okay, only one rule in comedy. That's right. No wonder anybody can do it. There are just no rules. We're going to talk about that today because Micaela also works at the American Stand-Up Comedy Institute, right?
Yes, I must clarify. I run the office. I don't teach
runs
the
the office.
comedy, but I've been there a while. I get to host all our shows, so I do. Comics do tend to come to me, especially when the shows were live, for advice and comfort in the beginning, and I'm very happy to provide it. So I've been able to give some advice here and there, but I'm not the teacher.
You're going to tell us the inside secrets of comedy, right?
Okay.
Not to contradict what you have to say, but you're going to tell us all the inside secrets because you're there. You're in the office. You're on the front lines, just like I was saying. But you're
Yes,
also
I'm the real frontline worker. It's me. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the important stuff.
so that was started by Stephen Rosenfield, right? The American Constant. Yeah. Okay, and he wrote the book on comedy. The book on stand-up comedy. There it is. Mastering.
I have it. Mastering stand-up. Yes, Steve started this back in 1989. He's always lived in the New York area. He's always loved stand-up. Like he tells a story about skipping school to see Lenny Bruce in a club in Manhattan in like the 50s. And it's just always been something he's been able to look at very objectively and critically. And he's just so good at helping people figure out who they are as comedians and writing to fit that persona.
Oh yeah, he is really good. In fact, I just moved us to a calmer place because those lights were driving me crazy.
Yeah, wow. We're on the North or South Pole. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the Northern Lights. Northern Lights. Have you ever seen the Northern Lights?
No.
They're beautiful. I have seen them up in Alaska. And it is like, I don't know, it just seems ethereal. Ethereal? Yeah. It seems like something otherworldly, like I don't know, like you're in space or something. But they are
It is. It's ions from the sun interacting with the gases in the atmosphere.
Oh my God, you know what
It's large particles from the sun.
Are you a scientist as well?
No, I really like space.
You do? You're a big space freak? You know who really... let's see. Fred Ashby says Joel is on a mission from God. Line from the Blues Brothers. My words, not his. To make people laugh and laugh out loud. Watch and follow. You will feel good every time. I love that.
Fred.
Fred is so cool. I love Fred Ashmead. He is a wonderful gentleman from Texas, and has always been somebody that's been very supportive. So thank you, Fred. I appreciate it. I'm glad to see you here. So you're a space nerd.
Yeah, I am. It's kind of recent. It's definitely the past year, and the pandemic helped because I had a lot of time to read some books, and I didn't want to think about the world, so I wanted to think about space. And yeah, I love space.
There's so much going on in space, like humans in space, that I had no idea. I really had no idea. We had a whole space week on the show, and I didn't even know about the International Space Station, how that's been up there for all this time, and all those people are in there like living. And how are we missing? That's one of the things about this show is I feel like we're missing so much that is going on in the world sometimes because we're so focused on, the politics and all the garbage that's going on and all the things. And it's horrible. I mean, it's horrible, the stuff that's happening. But sometimes we have to go, hey, let's see what else is going on. You got me started on space.
No, honestly, it's the other way around. Joel got me started on space. Do you want like a quick summary of what's happening in space right now? Keep it to like 2 sentences.
I definitely do. You know, the SpaceX thing is crazy.
I know an embarrassing amount about this. If anyone is interested in hearing a quick summary of space,
please give us a summary of space.
Wow, okay, this is great. I'm having so much fun now. Okay, in space right now, we have the International Space Station. Usually there's only about 3 people on board, but it's a collaborative effort between 15 different countries. So right now, thanks to SpaceX, we have 7 people on board the International Space Station. 5 are Americans. There are 2 Russian cosmonauts, both named Sergei, just for fun. We have 2 Sergeys, 2 American women, and 3 American men. And they're going to be up there for like 6 months. It's very exciting. They're doing a lot of experiments on immunization, and they're growing plants. They're seeing how space affects our bodies. I love it. I'm so fascinated by it. And I have an app that tells me when they're going to pass over, because you can see the ISS from the ground. It looks like a bright star. And I like to go up on my roof and say hi whenever they pass over New York City.
Mark Strignell asks now if there are any capybaras in space. Do you know what capybaras are?
No.
Oh, you don't even know what they are. They are delightful little creatures.
And
they're like the largest rodent. They're the largest rodent.
Oh, there are no capybaras in space at the moment, but there are rodents in space. They do experiments on mice and things like that.
I find it extremely... Did you know that there is a website out there where you can practice docking with the International Space Station?
Are you goddamn kidding me right now?
I'm not kidding. You got to do that. You got to do that. It's so... Oh my gosh. I got to find it. Just a second.
Wait, this has changed my life. Okay, so this is exciting. I'm very excited because I want to be an astronaut. I mean, I wanted to be an astronaut. Even growing up, like 3 years old, I looked up at the sky and I'm like, I want to be an astronaut. I am too short to be an astronaut.
You are too short? How could that be?
You have to be 5'2", and I am 4'8". You haven't met me in person yet. I'm damn small.
I know you are. You talk about it in your comedy, so I know about it. Yeah. And we're going to see some stand-up comedy later on. But here's the game. It's on the SpaceX website, and I'll show you. It's the coolest thing ever.
Wow, that's the ISS.
There's the ISS, the International Space Station. And then
even though it's not on Earth. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's not on Earth. It's flying around the world as we speak now. And then this game, I'm not going to, bore you with the game, but it's pretty fun if you're into space.
I am.
This is basically how there are certain controls, and this is how you can try and I usually crash. You control the speed, and this is major, because if you go up there and you screw this up, you're not coming home.
No, they train for years. I mean, you really only have one shot.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You think
Todd is right. He says, there goes my December. Yeah, this is what I'm doing for the next month.
There goes Micaela's December. I know. It's too much.
Have created a monster. I'm going to be...
You got to check it out. Lunch therapy will change your life is a quote from you.
There's a car in space. They had a car.
Was there a car?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm way off. See, I'm going to crash. If I were running the space station or the SpaceX ship going to the space station, I'd be dead now. I'd be like, I guess I'm going to float out in space for the rest of my life, because I've totally lost the space station. And,
yeah, where are you?
You can tell how tall people are in Zoom. Somebody said I look short and I'm 5'8". Oh, you can't tell. The Ginny's. Have you ever met Ginny?
No. I recognize your name so much. I think we've emailed back and forth.
Yeah, I
Jeannie,
think
she
you have.
emailed me.
Ginny
Yeah.
is a hilarious comedian here in Los Angeles. Oh, it's coming back around. Here it comes.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
What
Ginny's
I was going to say is, if
what?
the International Space Station was on Earth, it would
Yeah.
be the most expensive building that humans have ever built.
And it was
in
built
all
by
of the-
several different countries, right?
15.
15 different countries build little modules, and they each send them up in space, and then they put it together like a giant Lego, right?
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
That's it.
I definitely think they should resurrect the Moonlander game. You wouldn't know about this because you're a millennial. You don't know about the Moonlander game from the old days that we used to play at the Shakey's Pizza or wherever it was.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's not as fun as the trying to dock with the station, though, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give that a shot.
Jenny
Really
says she's
fun.
going to join class in January.
Yay!
See, we're already getting business for the show.
Amazing. Yeah.
Dude, you missed it. It must have been the car that I missed. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you just keep flying.
Oh, I missed the space station? Yeah, I'm going to die for sure out here in space. But that's okay because I'm running a show here. How many things can I do at once? I can't fly a spaceship, talk to Micaela, find out about millennials. I just can't do it all. I'm going to need some help.
I'm such a terrible spokesperson for millennials. I'm a horrible millennial. I'm not plugged in. I don't
Really?
have interests that align with the rest of the millennials. People really need you to dock the ship.
I know. There's not going to happen. I've done it before. But what happens is it's like sailing a ship or sailing a sailboat where you have to kind of, go a little this way and then let it kind of drift and then kind of drift that way.
You got pitch and roll and yaw. It's so cool. And it is very nautical in nature. Like space is more nautical than aeronautical for some reason, because like even when something docks to the ISS, they ring like a sea captain's bell.
Do
like
they?
To signal that yeah. It's like they have very naval traditions in space.
Oh, they do. There's a did you ever read the book Planet of the Apes? There's a book, Planet of the Apes.
No, I like science reality.
I just wanted to mention that in the actual book, and I highly recommend reading the book because it's different, completely different from the movie. But in the beginning, it's like a husband and wife, and they're out there in space, and they talk about it like they're sailing out. Like I think they have a big space sail. In fact, in the book, it's a French book. Yeah.
Yeah, space sails wouldn't work because there's no air, but I respect the beautiful image it's created in my head.
I think it has, and they had a scientific reason for having a sail, I think. But yeah, obviously there's no wind up there. But I think it does something with the sun or it's the power. I don't know. But now I want to move on because I know you millennials. This is one thing that I wonder about millennials.
Okay.
Do they have anxiety? Because they seem so kind of calm, like they don't seem to me, and maybe this is a rash generalization, but to me, when I meet somebody who's a millennial or I have friends who are millennial, they just seem so laid back.
Wow. I think that has everything to do with the fact that you live in California.
Is that it, you think? Or is that just a stereotype that Californians are laid back? Yeah, Mark needs to do some research on the ISS.
I feel that I associate California with a chiller vibe, a more relaxed way of life. I think millennials are stereotypically incredibly anxious and like depressed. Like we're always like, oh my God, I'm like so messed up. We're just like, my brain is broken. Like, so
are you all like, you guys messed up our planet. What is wrong with you? Now we have to try and fix it.
You did.
I bet.
Well, maybe not you. You look like you live a zero, leave no trace type of life.
I look like it, but I'm so bad. My wife is always telling me, this goes in the recycle bin. It's one of those things. And I'm like, she's like, I thought you were from Seattle. And I'm like, I guess I didn't get that gene. So I try. But I think my, footprint is gigantic, like Bigfoot. Let's see. Matt Wright says there are solar sails. Solar sails work by capturing photon energy pressure on a large reflective panel.
Nice.
See? So it's like a different kind of sail. It's not a wind sail. Mm-hmm. It's solar wind. Wow, that's cool.
And do you know about particle wave duality?
Tell us. I'm so excited.
Because we have this idea that, like, well, it's with light. So speaking about photons, we're kind of confused as to whether they're a wave or particles. We don't know if it's a wave or a particle. So we've decided that it's both. So the solar wind that they're talking about, like, it could be envisioned as like solar waves of energy, or it can be envisioned as like thousands, millions of like particles that are working as a wave. So like, I just wanted to say particle wave duality to sound really smart, but clearly it didn't fully apply to what we were just
No, I love it though. I love it. Anything that you can say on this show to appear smart, it just ups the value of the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next time though, act like it's serious fact.
Okay. I'll work on the confidence.
No disclaimers. No disclaimers. None of this. I always say, you know what? I'm not a licensed therapist, and I'm not a scientist. I just say that every once in a while, just so people know that, you know, they're getting news or they're getting information, but it's up to the chat room to fact check. Mm-hmm. Do you know what a group of capybaras is called?
Is it something cute?
It's something appropriate to the times.
Appropriate to the times.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you got to do something. We just are like, I just picture us like floating.
I know, it's scary. I'm going to go to some videos here soon. Harry and the Hendersons is not Harry and the Hendersons is not a documentary, because he said that Bigfoot, because I have a giant global footprint.
Yeah.
I don't really. I hope I don't, man. I hope I don't. But it's bigger than I wish it was. Yeah. And Bigfoot, Bigfoot is from Seattle, which is also where I'm from. You know, I joined, this is a non sequitur, but I'm going to say it anyway. I joined a Facebook group about Bigfoot because I enjoy Bigfoot. Bigfoot is my best friend, in fact. I have a friend who wrote a song called Bigfoot is My Best Friend. Anyway, I have realized they have pictures of Bigfoot in the group, and I've realized that I think Bigfoot might be moss growing on trees. Might be just the moss grows so big up there in, like, you know, the Olympic Peninsula or something like that, and it looks like a big, you know, monster.
Right. So you've come up with an explanation for the photo. So does that mean you don't believe in the existence of Bigfoot, or are you?
Well, Bigfoot, I definitely believe in. I just think that these false photos are probably causing, you know, people to not believe in them, because and you know what else is? I think it would be a great horror movie if that moss all of a sudden animated and then started, you know, wreaking havoc. There you go. There's an idea for a movie for anybody out there. Anybody out there that wants to do that.
Moss Man.
Now we're moving on to, this is a Moss Man. This is a snowy place somewhere in God knows where. It's a blizzard. Do you find blizzards relaxing, or do you think that they are stressful?
I mean, as long as I don't have to shovel, you know, then it's fine. As long as I don't have to shovel. Very relaxing.
Do you have a lot of snow there in New York City?
No. We had a very mild winter last year where you might see it fall for a while and then it's slush. Like, even if it sticks to the ground, it's slush in an hour. Wow. So I think it was just last winter, though. Like, I spent previous winters in Florida for the most part, so I haven't experienced a real difficult one yet. But I would love for it to snow more this year, especially if we have to stay inside. I think so. Might be cool.
What do you think about that name for the movie, The Moss?
The Moss.
Does it give too much away? Matt's gonna call me. He's ready to pitch it. Okay, so now, I want to get to your character. I want to show. I've got a public service announcement from my friend here. His name is Ivan Heavens. He just started a channel where he can show you, and I think Matt Wright will understand this. He can show you all kinds of things, like how to do audio in Zoom, how to do video in Zoom. He's giving you like computer tips. This is his thing about why people need subscribers. So let's just watch that. Here we go.
Welcome to Hey Ivan, a channel where people ask tech questions like, why should I like and subscribe? Liking a YouTube video is a quick way for you to let the video creator know that you enjoy their work or that you value what their video has shown or taught you. If you're signed into your Google account, click the thumbs up button. Liking a video also lets people who land on it know that it's probably worth their time, and it tells Google that it should recommend the video to others. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is free. It tells Google that you'd like to see videos from this channel mixed in with your other video recommendations, and it can help the channel owner satisfy one of Google's requirements to help them get paid for the videos they create. If you like videos from a certain channel, subscribe to see more, and click the bell to get notifications when the channel publishes new videos. Have a question for Hey Ivan? Post in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right, so now
He's
we're going to stop
precious.
it. Isn't he great? Don't
Yeah.
you love Ivan?
Yes, I love Ivan.
Ivan has a brand new channel. It's called Hey Ivan. He's also speaking for both me and Micaela, who need more subscribers, of course, because that's what we all need. Need more subscribers, like need more brains or something. I need more brains, I think. But anyway, subscribe to Hey Ivan. It's a lot of good tips on things that people are asking about. Sam Baxley says, hey, what is this, Sam? Sam Baxley, I believe, is also a comedian out there. I did a show with her in Arizona, I believe. And this is Lunch Therapy. And I think the title says really what it is. You know, this is why you subscribe to Joel's channel. Life is all about likes and subscribers. I have that, my video, the spoof of Any Given Sunday, Any Given Monday, is now available on YouTube. I did a little spoof. You ever see the movie Any Given Sunday?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Anyway, you won't enjoy the spoof of it then. Sam Baxley says, hi, oh my God, this is crazy. It is crazy. You believe you were there. Yes, I was there. In Arizona, we did a show about equal rights for women, and it was all comedy.
Okay, yeah. We need to know what the group of capybaras is called. I really can't think of what it would be. A quarantine?
Oh, that's a good one. It's actually called a meditation.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that cool? That's beautiful. All right, so here we go. Now I'm going to show you something of Micaela's, and this is a character. Now, so I wanted to ask you, why did you decide to do a character study? And this is a cool video. It's called Rosalind's New York. It's on Micaela's channel. By the way, I was the 100th subscriber to your channel. You're welcome.
Thank you so very much. Had it since high school, so that means a lot.
So, this, as comedians, sometimes we have to have characters, right? Why? Go.
Why? I think it allows you to express emotions and opinions that you may not, people may take differently if it's just coming from you. I think it lets you explore aspects of yourself, and it's just fun to try and become another person and think, what would this person say? It's incredibly liberating to think, like, how does this person live? And it's crucial to pick characters that I think overlap with yourself in some way, whether it's you share kind of like, you share your base emotion with them, like you kind of relate to the way they feel, or you relate to what they do, or it's easier to do that than relate to, like, what kind of character can I play with my look, or what kind of character do I want to play. But you have to find ones that make sense to you.
How do you get them? By observing other people, or do you get like just one element of it from a lot of different people, or how do you generally create a character?
This character was based on a woman that I know.
Yeah.
But also kind of based on who I think I could become. Should I live in New York for many, many years? This character's kind of like an old New York lady who's just very satisfied with, she has her routine, she lives in her little apartment, and she just doesn't give a, can we curse on this?
Yeah.
She just like doesn't give a fuck. She's just, this is her life. Everyone else is living in it. And she has her city. She has her version of New York that like works for her. So I hope to become that type of woman one day. I see them all over the place. If anyone here lives in New York, like you'll see these old New York people that just like the city grew around them, like not the other way around. Like they're just like
they are New York. Like they are. It's not like
I'm
a place.
Fascinated by that.
All right, so here we go. Let's watch this, and we can comment. I'll try and shut up, which is really hard for me.
Roslyn, can you introduce yourself?
To who? Oh. Hi, my name is Rosalind Collins, and this is my New York City.
Don't even recognize you.
I live in the Lower East Side. My apartment may be pretty small, but it's also very old.
I thought it'd be funny if she read Mandarin newspapers, like she can speak Mandarin.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there's lots of little gems throughout,
Oh, good.
You know?
I'm glad we're here. It's sort of like commenting. Like,
Start my day with a walk from one side of the island to the other.
And I just like to walk around looking like a total fool.
it's fun. Look how fast it's going.
Chasing some pigeons.
I look as
great.
angry as possible to keep my face muscles in shape, but I'm not.
I look
face
so
muscles.
ugly.
I take the subway all the way
Oh, we
back
rode the
down.
subway too.
A lot of people like the subway ads, but why read
Just wanted to be
advertisements
this
when you
woman
can
for a
just
day.
look directly into
She's
another person's
great. I love her.
eyes?
I love the lint
At
brush.
this point, I'm finished.
Lived in New York
you.
City
When
30
a
years.
local
Rosalind
deli
lives there
kindly
for
asks if
sure.
I can taste the
Oh
ham.
yeah.
They usually say no, but
London's
what
full
should
of those
cold cuts
people.
be
People
any
who
different
believe
than ice
they were
cream?
in London before
Why don't they make cold cut
London
flavored
was.
ice cream?
I like to think I don't look like this, but I definitely
it's
do.
not
Like
yet, and I
there's
meet my
just wearing a
daughter for
wig,
coffee
but
and
other than
bagels in the
that, like
park.
this is it.
This is my
That's cute.
daughter.
My friend Becca.
Oh, that's your friend?
Yeah.
Is she a comedian too?
Yes. Wait, this was actually filmed for a sketch team that I'm with called Rachel. We all went to college together and we did a couple shows last year at the Pit.
So I find the reflective surface to get ready in.
I like the way you
I
find
like
the reflective
koi fish
surface to get
NYU
ready.
students. It's like catfishing, but your profile picture's a little Asian girl.
Yeah, I'm talking about how I like to
Since we'll be
catfish
drinking,
students from
time for the second half
NYU.
of
I
my
go on
meal.
dates with them. There's got to be women who do this. This is not my apartment. I just borrowed this person's stoop for a sec.
Look at
Here's
this
my
guy. Who's
date.
that guy?
Oh, look how cute he is.
Yeah. How reluctant he is.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that date was a dud, but that doesn't mean I can't have a romantic night with myself. First, a steamy shower.
She's a hoarder too, for sure. Like,
Oh,
just definitely
no.
a hoarder.
Nose hair in
Okay,
public.
a bath. Time for 8 glasses of water to make up for the
You
fact
look
that I
that way,
haven't
but you
had
sound
any all day. Doesn't matter when you get your 8 in, as long as you do. Hydration's
another
weird
quote.
like that.
Doesn't matter when you get
Doesn't
your
matter
8 in.
when you get your 8 in, your 8 glasses, as long as you do. I always burp in sketches. Thank you, Todd. I can focus on things for more than a couple minutes. It's really remarkable.
Todd has
has
daughter.
End to another perfect day.
I smoked a lot of cigarettes for this too, and I don't really like them.
This was a doll.
You don't. Oh, I thought you were a smoker from watching this thing.
Expensive.
I had a summer here or there, you know, but
Experimentation.
Hear me now? But 40%
Yeah, they just
alcohol
kinda
might
let me
volume,
go.
so that's gotta be worth something.
Need to be best friends with this lady.
Sam,
All right.
you are friends with this lady. It's me, okay? Stop being a friend of the chorus.
That's great.
I love it.
All right, so we're moving on because the show
All right.
moves
Of course it's changed.
fast. Hold on.
Do it.
I've seen
That's
it
I'll see you on the other
change.
side.
I am changed right away.
And we thought we moved, but we didn't. That was hilarious. Now, Micaela, are people inherently funny, or can you actually teach comedy?
Oh God. Oh God, it's such a hard question. Well, Todd.
Answer it. Todd says, shoulda smoke the Mary Jane.
Shoulda or do I or would I? The answer is yes to all. It's tough. Everyone has a sense of humor.
Mhm.
Everyone. You can't be a human without it, because humor comes from, or the idea of laughter even. I really like to take it back to its roots, you know?
Okay.
Laughter, the reason why early humans laughed is because they were expressing relief. So it was like a noise they made to be like, oh, we got away from that mammoth.
I almost got killed by that mammoth. That raccoon just about took my head off.
Yeah, so it was a way when we were surprised by something and then it worked out okay and we were okay. That was the relief of laughter. It still is that, I think.
Yeah.
And the comedian's job is to create like discomfort and then relieve that discomfort. You have to make them surprise them and then make them know it's okay. It's okay to think whatever they're thinking. You think the same thing. It's just, I think it is still expressing relief. So I think if you are able to relate to other people, you have the potential to be funny. I don't think everyone can relate to other people. But most people, I believe, can. So I think if you have any ounce of empathy, you also have humor.
Yeah, I heard that narcissists have a hard time with comedy because they can't relate to other people a lot of times.
That makes a lot of sense to me. I think that's the foundation of it. Just not even just relating to someone, but like to want to do comedy, you're wanting people to like you. Like you need them not only to relate to you, but to agree with you or like you in some way. Like we're seeking that validation. So I think Sam, no, I want to know have I met any comics?
Have you met any comics?
Talking about the funny ones. I think the funny ones are usually nice people who are relatable.
Yeah.
And if not relatable, then they know their shtick. They know what's unique about them if they're not relatable, and they'll lean into that. So I could see how narcissists may not be funny because not only do they not know how to get someone on the same page and feel a sense of relief with them, but they don't need the validation through humor. Like they provide their own validation.
Yeah, I get it. Now I got distracted by the chat room. I must admit, they were saying, have you met any comics? And I was like, and then she said, she was asking me. And then he said, because I said the thing about narcissists. I guess she's saying that a lot of comedians are narcissists. But the funny ones? So American.
I understand that too. I've definitely, I think there's a certain amount of cockiness that you can get by someone handing you a microphone and say, talk into this microphone, we're all going to listen to you. Like, I think the more you do that and get positive responses, your brain may kind of create some new links like, oh, I'm actually hot shit. The trick is to try and work through that so that you can maintain your relatability. 'Cause I think people have that complaint about Jerry Seinfeld. Like, he used to be funny, and now he's like kind of an asshole because he thinks he's so much better than everyone. And I don't want to shit talk Jerry Seinfeld. He's a very good comedian.
No, you're talking about what other people think, not what you think.
I'm talking about the relatability factor goes down as your level of narcissism increases. I think that's what I've seen.
I find that with movies too sometimes. You go see a movie and you're like, wow, this person's not living in the world that I'm living in anymore. Mm-hmm. A lot of comics are former trauma victims. Wow, that's interesting.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't speak on that as much as other people. I don't feel that my comedy comes from trauma necessarily so much as I did grow up with anxiety and like panic attacks. I had actual like bad anxiety, and comedy helped me through that. But really, I'm a fan of comedy, and I just love existing in the sillier part of the world, and that's why I want to do it. But
you know who I love is Jim Gaffigan, and apparently he was trained by Stephen Rosenfield as well.
He was early.
Hilarious.
He did host our shows too back in the 90s.
Really?
Yeah. He's very good.
But I find that he doesn't seem like he's willing to laugh at himself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. A lot of times narcissistic people are just not willing to laugh at themselves.
Yeah, I think that you said it better than I did.
And it makes it super hard for them to do comedy, because a lot of comedy, the target is yourself. Right. And let's enjoy now some of Micaela's comedy. I've got a stand-up thing from Gotham Comedy Club. It's hilarious. I don't know why you're making that face.
I feel more uncomfortable with stand-up than I do any other type of comedy. Still, I've been doing it for 6 years, and I don't think I am at my best in terms of stand-up, because I don't think I'm at my best in terms of like knowing who I am. I think I'll continue to get better and better. Yeah. But stand-up is I agree with Ginny. Like it helps people work through trauma in a lot of cases, and I think it's helped me just figure out, what do I think is funny? What's funny about me? How can I explain that in a way that will endear people to me? It's a complicated process, and I don't think here I go making excuses for myself. This is a good set. It's fine.
I like this. This is therapy. This is lunch therapy. We're in the therapy room here.
It's a fine set. But Sam, I agree. We're always growing. So I have continued growth to do.
Yeah, we're always growing. And you know what? We just have to, sometimes you can't get on yourself like that. You can't get on your back like that, because it gets in the way of your joy, which is what comedy is, Yeah, exactly. So now we're going to watch your stand-up comedy, because I love it. And I think it's hilarious.
Me too. I wrote it.
Here we go.
So Snooki's an inch taller than me. Let's start there. I'm 4'8". Don't woo for this horrible twist of fate. I'm 4'8". I'm so short, like it's not cute, it's creepy. It's almost gross. Like, the first time my ex-girlfriend saw me naked, not in the moment, after the fact, but she said she was shocked at how close together everything was. There's utility to that. That's convenient. My body's like a Bop It, that 1990s like motor skills toy that had all the doodads, and it would issue a command to be like, bop it, pull it, twist it, do that again. One more time. Introduce it to your parents. That's how I am there. Thank you. You guys. I live in New York City. I love New York City. I thought it would be like, let's hear it for New York City. That was on my bucket list, to say, let's hear it for New York City, and then have people applaud. That was fun. I thought it would be like Sex in the City, but it's like no sex in the outer boroughs. That's what I'm living in, like right now. It's okay. I do like where I live, though. I have a cool apartment, but it's not my dream apartment because it's not above, next to, or within a bakery. Someone must live above these establishments. Why can't it be me? I want to come home every day, and the guys who work there are like, hey, Micaela, you're looking a little down. You You want the ugly rolls? Oh, we got dozens of rolls. They baked weird. They're deformed. We cannot sell them, but they're bread, and you will eat them. These are for you. That would be amazing. They'd probably trudge up the stairs in the middle of the night with like a 3-tier wedding cake. Like, the wedding's off! You got cold feet, but now you got hot fudge. That's right. They're also like a little attracted to me. They're like, we want to watch you eat this cake. Eat the cake. Be great. I'd have no complaints about noise. Maybe just like in the early morning, they'd be like, oh, Paula, we have so many utensils covered in custards and meringues and icings. How are we gonna get them clean before we open? Send them upstairs. It's like a pulley system. Just like lick, 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 lick. So I'm a lesbian. Oh, thank you. Wow, thank you guys. Did you just high five? I am gay. I think it was strange. My parents are very loving and supportive, but I thought it was strange. They were upset when I was gay, but I've kind of come around. I've realized my dad wanted me to have a traditional heterosexual life. Just getting railed by a 200-pound dude a couple times a week. It makes sense. He just wanted me to be a man's lawfully wedded wife and his cum slut. Like, that's all he wanted from me. I'm sorry, that was disgusting. I wanted to say that so loud. I wanted to thank you. Oh, you guys. He's traditional that way, my dad. You know, he's traditional.
That was hilarious.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I love it. I love how you take your time. You know?
Yeah, I didn't know. You know how you're supposed to watch yourself? Like after you do a set, you listen to yourself or watch yourself. I'm still not good at doing that. So I really hadn't seen that. Like since I did it, I just knew it was a good night for me. So that was interesting to watch. And you're right. I do pause a lot, and you get the laughs on the pauses.
Oh, it's great what you do. Yeah, you really take your time and you get the laughs on the pauses because you know it takes a little while for people to get it, you know, and yeah, so good. Everybody loved it. Yeah, what the fuck? Why did you say it sucked? We all do that. I do that at least. That's why I meditate. Hopefully in a meditation of capybaras. I meditate to get those weird thoughts out of my head because I think those things too. I'm with you, Micaela. And it doesn't help that Todd doesn't think I have any punchlines. So doesn't help. All right. So we're going to get into the dance party now. Thanks so much, Micaela, for being on the show. Woo! Super cool.
Todd, it was a pleasure.
You have punchlines, laughs on Lunch Therapy. Love it. Christmas comes only once a year. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And Sam says, but you do suck. Great. All right. So moving on to the dance party before it gets too crazy. And here we go. We're in this foresty land because we are going to have. This is sort of a.
This is the part where you murder me?
This is the part where I take you out to the woods. I murder you. And I bury your body in the woods. That's just what we do in Seattle. That's just how we are. When you're from Seattle, that's just what you do. You know.
That's how you propose to someone. You take them out in the woods and you kill them.
Oh, yeah. The other thing I just want to ask you is you're a host a lot of times of comedy shows.
Yes.
Do you think that helps you with your stage presence?
No. Well, it's a totally different game.
Cue the no. No.
It's a totally different thing. Like, I think any desire to experiment with raunchier comedy or darker comedy is discouraged from a host position. You don't want to try anything that can be too problematic. Mm-hmm. Your goal is to just get people to like you and to have fun throughout. Yeah. So it's helped me with interacting with people. Honestly, I think I'm good at I'm better at keeping conversations going than I was prior to hosting, and I do like the feeling of camaraderie with the crowd. You have to come back, you get to kind of know people a little bit. Yeah. But in terms of my own comedy persona, I don't know if it has done wonders for me as far as like improving my individual 5-minute sets. But I think it's made me a better person, and I do enjoy hosting.
That's cool. I love it too. I think it's fun. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to be hosting this event for help desk professionals and field service professionals. I'm going to put the link on my site, joelmarshall.com. I'd love it if some hummingbirds would come over there 11:30 in the morning, get some laughs on, and also honor the service desk people because keeping this place running. And thank you, Micaela. Now we're going to dance. It's a band, and it is I don't remember the name. We're going to see it here.
Okay.
Yeah, Eager Platypus. This band is good, and they're doing a cover of Creedence Clearwater Revival, which I know all of you love that song. I was going to talk about platypuses today. Never got there. We never got there. It's too interesting. This band is in Spain.
Their glass table's so clean.
I know. Look at that. They clearly cleaned the table before they did this.
Yes.
Otherwise, there'd be fingerprints, and God knows what. Sam, he's not creepy. He's sincere.
Oh, these chicks are nailing you in the comments.
I know. They're on me. They're on me today. I can take it. Oh my God, I gotta get Ginny on to talk about the platypus now. Because platypuses are cool. Sam says they just wiped the Coke off the table.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is a great band. I invite you to go to their YouTube channel, Eager Platypus. I was basically going to talk about platypuses, and then at the end we were going to play Eager Platypus. So we'll have to find another platypus band for when Ginny and I talk about platypuses, which might be Friday. I don't know. Talk to her. Anyway, love you all, and thank you, Sam. I know you all give me a hard time because I'm the goofy, wacky host of Lunch Therapy, and I love that you're here. And have you ever seen the rain? I've seen it a lot. All right, thanks a lot, Micaela.
Thank you.
We'll see you all.
Pleasure.
We'll see you all again on Friday, or if anybody wants to go to the Help Desk Awards, please, joelmarshall.com. Mark says, great show. Great show. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for all. Have a good time. I've been watching The Crown.
I love your British accent. I think it's a new character for you.
Thank you. Maybe.
Now they're giving each other hard times. Neil's giving Sam a hard time about her typos. All right.
Man, you guys are savage. You got a lot of stuff to.
We got to move on. All right, I'll see you all later.